A warm good morning to everyone watching my video. I am your computer science teacher from Superhouse Foundation. I am welcoming you all in my educational video. I am here with lesson number 4, working with tables. So here we go. Topics covered are creating and entering data in a table, modifying a table, formatting a table, changing column width, splitting and merging cells, applying borders and shadings, resizing tables, calculations in a table, updating calculations in a table. Creating a table. We can create the table with the help of three ways. First way is using table grid. Second way is using insert table dialog box, and third is inserting with table drawing cursors. Inserting a table. First of all, we are going to start the Microsoft Word. We can go to start with the help of window key and write WINWORD and press enter key. Now this Word is open. This is the ribbon portion. Now I have to insert a table. What is first use of table? Table is an organized arrangement of text in the form of rows and columns. The insertion of column and row is called a cell. So first we will be inserting the table. We can insert the table with the help of insert tab. Then we will click on the tables group table icon. There you can see first is this grid format. We can use this grid format to insert the table. The other is this directly insert table option is coming. Third is draw table. So let's begin with this first option, grid one. I'm choosing this one is the row. So if I want like 3 rows, 5 columns. So first row, second row, third row, first column, second column, third column, fourth column, fifth column. So now my table is ready. I can select this. I can zoom from here, zoom slider, zoom in so that it makes you little visible. Now if I have to select the entire table, there is one plus pointer at the left corner. I'll choose this. Okay, now this was one way of inserting the table. Now we will see the second way of inserting the table. For second way of inserting the table, I'll choose insert, then again go to tables group and then press this icon, and then I will choose the second option, that is insert table. Now it will ask you number of columns and numbers of rows you want. So if I want suppose 10 columns, I will write 10, and rows, suppose I want 4 rows, then I will click write 4 over here and press OK button. So now see how many rows are there, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and how many columns are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now let's see the third way to insert the table. The third way to insert the table is, again I will press the insert tab, go to table group and press the table icon, and I will choose this draw table option. I will drag this vertical scroll bar little down so that the screen becomes empty. Now I'll drag this pencil type cursor from left to right and leave it. Now this is the border of the table. Now I'll choose how many rows I have to draw. Suppose I have to draw 1, 2, 3. So how many rows are there? 1, 2, 3 and 4 rows are there. then 1, then this. How many columns are there? 1, 2, 3 columns are there. So 4 rows and 2 columns. So these are the 3 ways to create the table. Entering data. For entering the data, place the insertion point in a cell of a table where you want to type data. So I am clicking here and typing the heading as name, then subject, suppose IT, then math, then total. Right now I'm just writing like that. I'm not doing calculation in it. Okay, 80, then 100, then 180. So this is the way to write the data in the table. You just have to click and keep on writing. Then coming to the next cell. To move to the next adjoining cell, either press tab key or right arrow key. So I am pressing right arrow key to move to the next cell, or I can press tab key to move to the cell. See, I'll be pressing tab key to move to the next cell. If I have to move to the previous cell, I will press shift plus tab key to move to the previous cell. And to move to the up or below cell of the current cell, I will be using up and down arrow keys that will shift the cursor to the cell above or below the current cell. So my cursor is right now in the Deepika second row, first column, and I will use the up arrow key. Now the cursor moved one cell up from the current one, and when I am using the down arrow key, it is coming one cell down to the current one. Now selecting different parts of a table. To select a cell, click on the edge of the cell. To select a row, move the mouse to the left of the row margin and click the left mouse button and drag it to the end of the row. To select a column, place the mouse pointer over the top of the column, click the left mouse button, and to select the entire table, click on the table move handle or drag the mouse over the entire table. Now I'll explain the selecting different parts of a table. To select a cell, a row, a column or a table by using mouse, follow the given instructions. Suppose I have to select any of the cells. There are around 16 cells in the table, as the table consists of 4 rows and 4 columns. So I'll bring the cursor to any of the cell, and this cursor will turn into a slanting arrow. I'll click it like this and the cell will get selected. To select the entire row, bring the cursor to the left of any of the row and click here. This will select the entire row. Now in this row, all the content Deepika, IT 100, English 100, Math 100 are selected. Now to select the column, bring the cursor on the top of the column. Any of the column, it will convert to a bottom arrow, the pointed bottom arrow, and you click here and the top of the edge of the table. Now this will be selecting this particular column. We have selected the first column having the contents name Deepika Dinesh Pankaj. Now if I want to select this one, third column in which English marks are given, so I'll bring the cursor here, and after this the cursor will change into a small arrow. Again select it. This will select the entire column, as we can see. Now to select the entire table, bring the cursor to the top left of the table. There is one plus sign, come over it and move the mouse over it and then click here. So it will select the entire table. I hope you have understood.
Now selecting text in a cell, we can select a word, a sentence, a block of text or a paragraph. To select a word, double click on the word. To select a sentence, hold down the control key and click anywhere in the sentence. And to select a block of text, drag the mouse over the text. And to select a paragraph, very easy, triple click on the paragraph.
Now we will study about how to select the text inside a single cell by using a mouse. To select a word, double click on the word. So let's suppose I want to select the word corona. So I'll click here, double click. As soon as I'll do double click any of the word, that word will get selected. Now to select a sentence, hold down the control key and click anywhere in the sentence. Suppose my cursor is here and I press the control key and select till respiratory syndrome, MERS. So the text which I have selected after pressing control key till the cursor where I have pressed, that area has got selected. So coronavirus are a family of virus that can cause illness such as common cold, severe acute respiratory syndrome, SARS, Middle East respiratory syndrome. Till here it has got selected. Now if I have to select a block of text, just drag the mouse over the text. Suppose I have to select this, so sign and symptoms. So I'll drag the mouse from here till here. Now it has got selected. Now last is to select a paragraph. To select a paragraph, just triple click on the paragraph. So if I have to select this one, typhoid details, what are the causes of this typhoid. So I will triple click here. 1, 2, 3. Again I will show you how to do 1, 2, 3 fastly. So typhoid fever is a life-threatening illness caused by Salmonella typhi bacteria. So this is the way to select the text in a cell.
Inserting column and rows in a table or deleting rows and column.
For modifying the table after entering data in a table, you can make changes in the data as needed. You can insert row, column or cell in a table or accommodate new contents. Similarly, you can delete and modify rows, columns and cells from a table. Now how to insert a column or row in a table. Right click on any of the columns, then go to insert column to the left. So one column got inserted to the left of the second column. So now second column has become third one. Now right click here, then again insert, then column to the right. So you can see the column is inserted to the right side of the column which we have selected. Similarly, we can insert the rows. Right click. First let me delete these columns. Right click, delete cell, delete entire column, press OK, right click, delete cell, delete entire column, OK. I want to insert a row above or below. So first I have inserted a row below. Now I want to insert one more row but above this. So right click, insert row above. So two rows got added under this. They become 100 data. Now if I want to delete this, then delete cells, then delete entire row. Okay, now I want to delete this one also. So right click, delete cells and delete entire row. The other way to do the same thing is go to the layout, then select here, then delete column. The column will get deleted. Insert to the right. So one column will get inserted to the right, and similarly I can insert below. Suppose this one I will insert below, so a row will get inserted below, and insert above. So insert row above, the row will get inserted above. This is the way to do. And if I want to delete all this, so select, then go to delete the row, then again delete in the layout tab. Okay, delete the row, then select this, then again layout, delete, then delete the column. So this is how we can add up a column or remove a column according to our choice.
Deleting the table.
Now we are going to learn how to delete a table. To delete a table, first select the table from the left top edge, then go to layout and select delete option from rows and column group. Click on this and then select the last delete table. This is how we delete our table.
Formatting a table.
Formatting a table. Formatting controls the overall appearance of a table. After creating a table, you can format the entire table by using table style features. Click on the table you want to format. Under the table tool, click on the design tab. Select the desired style from the table style group. Suppose I want this one, so I'll choose this. So my table style is changed from the way it was looking earlier. I can choose some other style. Now it will look like this. If I want to choose some other style, so it will look like this. Now in this table I can choose top row, top head, first column, last column. I want to remove this, I can remove all of this from this side. Simple, it is left. If I want banded rows, I can choose this. If I want all borders, then I will choose all borders. Done.
Changing column width of a table.
Now we are going to learn how to change the column width. So first we are going to insert a table. Go to insert tab, table, insert table dialog box. 5 rows and 5 columns I am selecting, and auto fit to content. then press OK. So I'm having this table of 5 by 5 grid. Now go to layout tab, then in the tables group choose properties. From the properties you have table properties. I have to change the column width, so I'll select the column tab and I'll prefer the width to some centimeters. Let's suppose 2.5 centimeter. Okay, so this was only for one column. Now I'm selecting the entire table and again I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to layout tab, table properties and properties option, and then I'm choosing this and selecting the preferred width and choosing OK. So the same width has been for all the columns of the table.
Split cell and merge cell. Splitting means dividing the cell and merge means to join the cells.
Now we are going to learn about splitting and merging cells. Splitting is dividing of cells. So there are so many cells available here. I am choosing this one to divide. There are two ways to use split cells as well as merge cells. First we are going to split the cells, so right click, then split cells. It will ask you want to split it in how many rows and columns. So I am choosing suppose 3 columns and 4 columns and 1 row. So 1 row means one cell will get divided into 4 parts like this. Now this is a splitted cell. A single cell is split into 4 parts, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now the other way around to do the same thing is, let's take this one. I want to do splitting on this cell. Go to layout and then choose split cells. Again same split cells dialog box will come. Now I will divide it into number of rows, like 5 rows and 2 columns. So same cell is divided into 5 rows and 2 columns. Reverse of the split is merging of cells, when we join a single part of all the cells of a single cell. So let's say if I am talking about this, I want to join all these, select all these, right click and merge cells. So this is merged into a single cell, and same thing we can do with the layout tab. Go to layout tab and then merge cells, and it got merged. These tabs, layout and design tab, these tabs will only be visible when we are working on the particular object, like on the table. So these type of tabs are known as contextual tabs.
Applying borders and shadings.
Applying borders and shadings. So to apply border and shading, first we will select the table. Then we will go to the design tab. In the table styles, there are different styles which are available. So you can choose any of the table style. Then go to borders. Borders and shadings. Now you can choose all borders. Now see the difference. The borders are highlighted. The edges of the cell corners are highlighted with this blue line. This. Now select the table. Again, borders and shading. Then you can choose the style of the line which will be appearing in the border. See. Again we will go to this borders and shadings. Then we can change the color of the line. If I want to change the color and the width of the line. Similarly, we'll go for shading. You can change the color of the shading which is given. The shading will come inside the cell. If I want to change the particular single cell shading, you can choose that also. Shading, then more color, you can choose custom colors also accordingly. Okay. So these are the way to fill the cell with the help of shading and apply border to the table. We can make right side border available, top border, then left border. Whichever cell is selected, it will be doing it for that. Then right border. Now suppose I am selecting these two. Left border. Do it for this one also, left border. Then top border.
Resizing of table.
Resizing of a table. There are various ways to resize the table. First we will learn the fixed column width. The column gets fixed and the text is wrapped in the same cell. So I'm choosing layout of tab, then auto fit, and first let me click the table. Fixed column width. Now I am writing anything here. It is a fatal disease. So it is, content is tested here only. Now the second is here, auto fit content. The table will get adjusted according to the content of the table. Then here, auto fit window. Auto fit window, it will adjust the size according to the window. As CL show this difference again by now selecting the auto fit window. So the table is adjusted according to the window.
Calculation in table.
Now we are going to learn how to do calculation in table. Let's take an example. I am creating a table with name, then marks of IT, math, and total. So I am taking name as Kaka. Let's suppose 100, then 20, then Baba, suppose 50 and 80. Okay. Now I want to insert one more row. First I will insert one row at the bottom. I'll shift it little above so that we can see. Now I have to do totaling of IT and maths of the Kaka, and then I will do the totaling of IT and maths marks of Baba. So what I have to do, I'll go to layout, then data group, and then use formula sum of the left, then click OK. So 100 plus 20 has become 120. Similarly, I'll do this again. Now I have to do of the left side, not of the above. So I will write here left. Now total has come. Now I have to apply the total for these two, means above. So it will be 250. So go to formula, then select sum above. Now suppose I am changing any value here. Let's suppose I am changing here as 30. Now this total should get updated. So I will use F9 key to update this, and similarly F9 key to update here also. This is how we do calculation in the table.
Thank you for watching.